Well, of course it says unable to load thumbnail again. So I just wanted to do a little video, you guys, on some stuff I'm offloading here. I'm looking to purchase a new amplifier because my little amplifier is kind of starting to crap out on me. So I have a Fender Champion 600 little 5-watt tube amp, and I'd like to step that up to a custom shop Fender Champ. Little coffee talk here this morning, and I don't usually do. I actually don't even make my sales posts public. I keep them private, and I just put links on like forums or whatever it is that I'm doing. But I just figured, what the hell? Literally, I'm just gonna talk about some of these items that are for sale and kind of display their condition. If anybody's interested in this stuff, you can just send me a private message. I've got a million positive reviews on buying, selling, and trading, and I have 0 negative reviews. So something to keep in mind. I guess I'll just move left to right here. Even though I've had this Hinderer XM-18 for sale for some time, so I'm like, whatever. But I am going to drop the price. I'm going to go ahead and begrudgingly make this thing $285. So $285 gets you a $375 like new. Basically, I mean, there's a little bit of, I've carried this thing a little bit. You want to go out, Joanie? I'm gonna let my dog out real quick. Outside. It has a little bit of just kind of like, there's some people working next door, and she's gonna bark at them. Lou, no, sorry. We'll just ignore her. A little bit of just like kind of polishing of the handle scales, but I mean, nothing notable. I'm a stickler for like a nice crispy new knife, and I don't think I would say there's anything up with this thing. I've got a little polishing cloth here just for grins, just in case. So no notable, scratches. I've really kind of picked this thing over with a fine-tooth comb before starting this video, and I mean, there might be like a little bit of a bigger striation of like a stone wash or anything like this, but I've never used this knife for anything except for just testing. Well, if you want to take it, you can shoot me a DM with your info, and then we'll deal with that. Anyway, this is a really cool little knife. In case that deal falls through, CPM 20CV. Yeah, sharp as fuck. No issues. Honestly, the best detent. I couldn't personally desire a better detent. It's on the stiffer side, but it's not. It's like a regular Hinderer. It's like nothing's altered on this. If I was gonna keep this knife, like if it fit my hand a little bit better, like it just doesn't fit my hand very well. I love the XM-18. I personally would grind off this a little bit. My favorite XM-18 that I have is a non-flipper, but this thing is super cool. Honestly, I guess I'll just talk about this too real quick. You guys know, like frame lock flippers, any frame lock, if you touch the frame, it's not amazing. And this thing obviously completely alleviates that. It's a fantastic flipper. I wish it fit my hand. It doesn't. Never been disassembled. Got the goodies in here as far as like all the tri-way stuff. It came from the factory with the bearings installed. It still has the bearings installed, and that's that Hinderer. Okay, moving forward, we're gonna go with, I guess I'll just continue going left to right. So this thing, I'm a little bit reluctant to sell this thing. This is a Grail spinner here. Honestly, this is I love the way it looks in the frames of the camera. But this is a Grail spinner. This is a ZeroFeud. This is not the box that comes with it. I don't have the box that comes with it. So somebody's going to get a $200 spinner for a lot less than that. This is a ZeroFeud Tie Mini. All right, and this is a freaking fantastic spinner. I don't really even want to sell it. Again, I'm just raising money for something else. But the reason I'm gonna, is there a link to send you a message? You could just send me a Facebook, message or something like that. Archie Offenstein, just like it sounds, it's spelled, on Facebook Messenger would be good. Anyway, this is a ZeroFeud. Sorry, I'm not trying to not trying to blow you off or anything. I just want to bang out this video because I'm actually going to do a little bit of work today. So, but yeah, this is a ZeroFeud mini tie, stone washed, not a mark on it. I personally have not carried this, and I've spun it sparingly just because I'm like, fuck, man, like. But anyway, this is the spinner. Honestly, if you're interested in a bi spinner, as far as like not bisexual, but uh, counterweights on just two sides, like dudes. I mean, this is a freaking awesome spinner. It's Yeah. I personally just can't get past that. It's very rare, perfectly made, perfectly balanced. I don't want to dick up these. I tried putting other buttons on. I'm like, I'll carry it if I put these other buttons on it. But I like these buttons the best, honestly, and on this spinner. And so I don't want to wear down this cool rainbow anodizing, which I thought was lame. When I first bought this, I was like, oh man, I'm not really super pumped on that rainbow anodizing, but it actually is pretty awesome in person. So I'm just gonna give it a little wipe down here. And if you guys want any more detailed pictures than this, just let me know and I will accommodate that. Okay, moving on. That's going to be 150 bucks shipped. And obviously, again, I don't have any paperwork to go with that. If you don't want to pay 150 bucks, that's okay because I don't want to sell it. Here is an FTO. This thing is awesome. This is also, I got this direct from, unfortunately, the maker's name is escaping me, from the maker. This is an awesome, awesome spinner. Solid tie. This is a 3.0 and stepped 6AL4V titanium. Um, You know, this is honestly a marvel of modern machining, Full Throttle Originals. You have like a shiny, machine finished titanium buttons with stone washed titanium body. And honestly, man, this thing is just a freaking gem. Honestly, it's again, it's a little too fancy for me. Almost wish I would like drop this thing or something so I could actually carry it. I did carry for a little bit a bronze um, 3.0, and this is obviously a stepped titanium 3.0. And I don't know. For me, it might just be a hair on the thick side, but dude, I mean, it spins like a dream. I don't know what kind of uh, bearings he puts in this thing, but good God, it's just like butter. This thing is incredible. All right, real quick, just because these are a little bit on the fancier side on the inside. I'll give you a look here. They've got the little bias weighting holes in there, which is just beautiful. It does such a good job with this machining. You know what? I'm gonna have to research this. I'm not sure exactly what it's worth, but well, let's say 200 bucks for this guy. Comes with the card, sticker, box, all that stuff. Moving on to probably what's going to be the star of this show, honestly, in my opinion, is I've got this is Aaron Debo Ridgway sold me this. This was one of my very first spinners, and this is my all-time favorite, personal favorite spinner. Actually, let me go get my other one. I have two titanium tries. And so I'm selling that one because it's been spared of carry, where this one here has been all around the world with me. I've taken this one all kinds of different places. This one is not for sale, but it's also been dropped multiple times. Um, But yeah, so I really, really love what I'm carrying right now too. Is honestly, I've just been cheap. This is I'm carrying this because it's I can get it dirty, gunky, messed up, and not worry about it. Anyway, back to this spinner. So this spinner has been spun a good bit. I'm sure I've changed the bearings on it. I've had this thing for a year or so. The buttons are new. I did put new buttons on it. So the buttons are machine finish titanium 24s. Um, and I haven't carried it or used it or done anything since I put these new 24s on it. You know what? Actually, come to think of it, I am pretty sure I actually have the stainless steel ones that came with this spinner. Yes, I do. I do. So let me get those real quick. Actually, just take a sec. Got to run into the other room. Just realize that. Okay, so yeah, these will come with this spinner. Titanium, or sorry, stainless steel 23s, sparingly spun. Let me just get a look at these. Oh, so the 23s do have a scratch on them. A little scratchy poo on that side. This side's pretty good looking. Maybe just the tiniest little bit of scratches on there. Anyway, you've got the card with this. I don't have a pouch. I don't think I got a pouch with this. I'll tell you what, you'll get this pouch. You're going to get a Fidget HQ pouch with this cocoon. All right. So notable things to talk about with this cocoon are, I did get this one secondhand. It had a different anodize on it. It has a really crazy like Damascus kind of anodize on it. I deleted that with a OxyClean bath. So this one, you know, it's been carried. It has the occasional teeny little scratch on it. Nothing notable. We're going to give it a good look here. And then if you want any others, you can see there's like little scuffs right there. I mean, you can't even see it. They're totally superficial, that right there. Maybe a little bit right here. See if we can get a look at that. Really light. I mean, any kind of like stone washing, the lightest stone washing would get rid of anything going on with this guy. Let's get a good, nice look here. So if dudes, if you've ever considered buying a spinner, this is the one. Like the Pose Blade stuff is really incredible, machined in Germany. This is 6AL4V titanium. It's got extra large buttons, which are also made by Pose Blades. I don't think I got a card with those. But yeah, it's hard to explain. Like, again, I would never sell this spinner if I didn't already have another titanium spinner Pose. So we're going to say the Pose Blades titanium regular tri-cocoon with XL buttons and the original 23s, 225 bucks. That's a screaming deal. That's a well, it's the only one that's available. It took me. It's so hard to track these damn things down. So all right, moving on. With the world's longest sales post is a machine finished tri-cocoon XL in titanium with a cut punch sew pouch. This cut punch sew pouch. The pouch has been worn. I've probably worn it like probably not that much. 10 days, 10 times. It's got a little couple of Chiweenie hairs on it from my dog, I guess, which is not that impressive, but it is what it is. And inside here is, oh God, just looking at this thing, I'm like, don't sell it, don't sell it. But this is a type machine finish, um, Pose Blade's extra large cocoon in titanium body with a 28 millimeter titanium button. So the Tie XL, it's not, they're around. It's not like, I mean, if you want one of these, you can get one if you're patient enough. A month, got to step on the gas when they come for sale. But you don't see them with titanium buttons all that much. I've never seen one in machine finish. There might be a rare machine finished Pose Blades XL out there. And for those of you guys that don't know what that is, it's essentially is like the cream of the crop when they come off of the machine. Um, if it's just perfect, Ben will sell it as a machine finish, and the rest of them get stone washed. So these are rare. The machine finish are rare. The tie button is not necessarily like rare, but it's not as common as like a stainless steel button. And personally, I just wouldn't even be interested in a stainless steel button. I'm too much of a stickler. This, I don't know how. I think it's just because the machine finish is like, and I have pretty rough hands, obviously. I'm a carpenter. But there are just the idiot. Man, I really wanted to call this thing just mint in perfect condition. I might have left the house once or twice, but like I've never taken this thing out of the pouch when it's gone. But I've spun this just around the house, and lo and behold, and I've always treated it with kid gloves, but it does have. I cannot get a picture of it. I just want to be as accurate as possible. It does have. I don't know if you can see. There's a tiny nick right there in the button. Um, Nothing notable at all on the sides. Oh, is that it? No, it's a little piece of fuzz. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to call this thing a 9 out of 10 condition because it has been spun. It does have that one tiny little nick in it. This titanium machine finish XL with the cut punch sew pouch, 300 bucks. So those are inseparable. If you buy this spinner, you got to have the pouch. So 300 bucks for that. Which is a fair price. I think it's probably exactly what you would pay for it if you were able to order one from Ben, and then also get Elkie, oh gosh, forgive me, however you say Ben's mom's name, made this pouch custom for me. So I picked just the blue on blue. So that's pretty cool little pouch. Okay, moving on towards we got a Rotablade Tri Titanium here, stubby. This thing's been spun like 3 times as far as my use goes, and this is a really cool spinner. It's probably the most balanced spinner I've ever spun. Not a scratch on it. It just lives in this tin. I never do anything with it. I kind of just have it as an example of like a perfect spinner for me, and that's what it is. It is a perfect spinner in perfect condition, and comes with the tin sticker and authenticity card. These are probably readily available, I would say. I really don't know, to be honest with you. But Rotablade, if you guys are aware of anything spinners, they're one of the pioneers of spinning things. And along with, again, this is not the right container, so pay no attention to that. But along with ZeroFeud and, of course, Scam Designs. Anyway, there's not really much to say about this spinner, except it is absolutely perfect in every way. There's not even, I mean, I guess I'll show you, but there's not even any reason for me to go over it at all because it really almost has never even been spun. It's minty. 75 bucks for that. I don't even know what those cost normally, 150 bucks, but they're readily available. So you're going to get a screaming deal in it. 75 bucks for that tri cocoon. Dark EDC monolith, also titanium. This is titanium body, titanium buttons. It's got the case that comes with it. It has a card here, authenticity card, and it just says material titanium, EDC certificate of authenticity, product monolith, and then it's signed by Eli. Comes with some spacers if you want to use some different buttons, I guess. The titanium monolith, I think, man, you know what? I don't even remember what I paid for this, but it's obviously it's the only spinner that I have here that is a Chinese spinner, you know, machined in China, and it's got the weight biasing inside there. This thing, because it's a polished titanium spinner, it is super scratched up because the titanium scratches pretty easily. I don't know. It doesn't gouge super easily, but it scratches really easily. And so this is just kind of is what it is. This is a beautiful spinner. I really, it spins great. It's the bearings that he chose are really nice. I don't know what bearings in this, but it's real smooth. It has a little bit of like chatter to it, quiet. But still has some kind of feedback to it. It's a really nice spinner. The weight's great. Obviously I love titanium. I think everything here is titanium. So I like lightweight stuff. Just because I want to have a extra little gadget on me doesn't mean I want it to weigh me down. I don't love necessarily like bronze and stuff. The pose bronze is good because they're really small and they're light anyway. But this is a dark EDC, all titanium, polished monolith. This is a monolith. Okay, monolith. This is from the original first run. Monolith. And again, it does have some little, nothing deep, but because this thing is polished, it you know, it really shows scratches like crazy. But you throw this thing in a stone washer and it's going to be freaking awesome. I've just been itching to stone wash this. Honestly, I've wanted to stone wash both of these, but I just haven't done it. The monolith is 75 bucks. All right, so I think that's everything, you guys. If I left anything out, see, I got the Hinderer, which I believe actually is already sold. I got the ZeroFeud, which is there's a lot of cool shit here. These things will sell immediately. Like those things are going to be gone as soon as I post these on like an EDC group. Boom, they're going to be gone. But this thing right here is you can't find these. These show up every now and then. Not necessarily these so much. People who have these love them. Those people are flipping, you know, so you can find them. That is the unicorn of this whole shit. Anyway, guys, yeah, just hope you guys enjoyed the sales post. If you guys want to contact me, feel free to leave a comment down below. And otherwise, I suspect a lot of these two, the pose shit's gonna sell by the end of the day, guaranteed. This will probably sell by the end of the day. This will probably sell by the end of the day. Apparently, the XM-18 is already sold. We'll see. And then those are screaming deals, so we'll see what happens with them too. Look forward to this weekend. I'll be doing, if you guys are watching me because you're subscribed, talking about a little bit more about my EDC, my Carruthers, and we'll see you then, dudes.